Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, ready to start the Esoteric Cloud Riding, live Esoteric Cloud Riding. And what is a Esoteric Cloud? Is a lighter, less dense, and also vibing on a higher frequency and vibration vehicle that your spirit can jump into in order to travel to higher, more expanded, wider, and wiser realms of reality so you can have wider and wiser perspectives about yourself and your own circumstances. Thank you very much for being here. Your support is greatly appreciated. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. Happy Mercury Day Retro in Libra. That's what we are here to talk about. But before, make sure you check the links in the description down below to reach more of my content and my beautiful partners Darius content as well. Make sure you to support this channel. You can donate to me and Miss Daria using the email and the platforms indicated in the description down below. You can ask one card for yourself or two cards for yourself here right now live, or you can use the email and the pages in the description down below to know more about my services and ask me or Miss Daria for her services as well. Alright, huge shout out to my SoulGroup and to everybody out there changing the world right now by being themselves and by showing to the world that the best way to be is to be your goddamn self. Alright, and here we are today on this beautiful Mercury day, ready to start to talk about Mercury retro in Libra. Ooh. 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 Let's go. Real shite. I was thinking if I would pop up that soda can. And the answer is yes. I had some air stuck in here. It's not stuck anymore. Let's go. Whew. Alright, we're ready to start. So, once again, welcome very much. If it is your first time, welcome very much to the channel. Over here, we talk about spirituality, astrology, numerology, gematria, life, why things happen, why things don't happen, the spaces you are in. We learn how to use we remember how to use our mind for what it's meant for. We learn how to identify and go against, with, or dodge the waves of energies and current events in our current space and location. And we do some tarot readings as well. I do some comments on like some spirituality that I find in games or in my real life, because spirituality is individuality, and this whole channel is backed and supported by my own unique way to think and communicate, okay? So I might be talking about astrology, but nobody on the internet talks like I do, alright? We might say the same words, okay? We might say cardinal fire is Aries, okay, because everybody that isn't into astrology knows that, but we are doing this in a more unique way. Shout out to you, Eso, I love you. Thank you very much, Darius. Shout out to you, I love you as well. Make sure to check Darius' content in the description down below. Alright, just here, shuffling, and shuffling. Alright, just to get the cards used to this energy. You gotta know, if you wanna use, you gotta know how to be used so you can get used and comfortable to a circumstance and situation, right? Daron desu ka? I'm an anime character right now. Alright. And we are ready to start. Let's just me organize things over here. Okay, so what are we here today to do? To talk used to for real, okay? Mysteria here, also recognizing that wording, the meaning of that wording. All right. So we are here to talk about Mercury in retrograde in Libra. All right. And before we start, just a quick disclaimer: Mercury is not only planet in retrograde. I did a live stream yesterday talking about, in general, all the planets in retrograde, and then in the next coming days we'll make more live streams talking specifically about a planet in retrograde. So today we're talking about Mercury, tomorrow we're going to talk about Jupiter, Saturn day we're going to talk about Saturn, and then we go on and talk about it in future days. Alright? So today specifically we are here to talk about Mercury in retrograde in Libra. Alright? And let's get started by talking about today's energies. Alright? So today is Mercury day, retrograde in Libra. Alright? I hope you are having a beautiful retrograde Mercury day in Libra. So by default we are being more logical, more analyzing, more thinking, and more communicative today. But because it's in retro, we are doing that about things of the past, or our current analysis and mental awareness is being perturbed or influenced or supported by past memories or relationships or ideas, whatever. Alright? Then we have the Sun in Virgo, 22 degrees. It means that we're already in the last decade of the Virgo season. The Virgo season is already ending, and it's the Taurus decade. So we're finding more reassurance, finding more safety, more security, and more just confidence and trust in our own processes that we have been developing for the past 20 days. Alright? And with the Sun in Virgo, it means that we are paying attention to detail, to routines, to patterns, work, health, routine, and organization, and we want to express ourselves, and we want to see others act and express themselves also with detail, routine, pattern, consistency, efficiency, and profit. The Moon is in Taurus, making this a trine, so we are reacting and responding in a very exalted way. The Moon is exalted in Taurus, and we are reacting and respond to our own fixed way to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel practical, to get that feeling of building something very profitable. And keep in mind, it's fixed Earth, so it's not just about the feeling you need, because it's the Moon, to have a real thing in the outside world that makes you feel comfortable, or it makes you not feel comfortable just or only about your present situation, but you can see that by building on those steps you can expand your comfort, your safety, your status, and your valuing system. Okay? Because if you can't afford something, you can't really value it. Alright? But that's for another video as well. And then Mercury is in Libra retrograde. Okay? So we have a trine between the Sun and the Moon. We have a fatal attraction between the Sun and Mercury, and we have a misunderstanding between the Mercury and the Moon. So between the Sun and the Moon we have a gift to act more fluidly, more open, and more communicatively about our deep, fixed feelings, emotions, needs, securities, safeties, and values. Then Mercury misunderstanding the mood. So our thoughts, our ideas, our conversations, and the people that we are having those conversations with might misunderstand our fixed feelings, our fixed emotions, and our fixed senses of security and value. And the Sun is fatal attracting Mercury. So we are communicating in a more light, creative, and fresh way about something more sturdy, more responsible, more limited, and more structured. Alright? And when it comes to the numerology and the gematria, on the shadow government's calendar, on the Gregorian calendar, and the Greek, okay, because in Portuguese, and I'm not sure about Latin, but in Portuguese, Greek is Grego, Gregorian, grego, okay, and those last words ion, grego, gregorian, many times that those yan means from a place or created by that person or that group of people. So the Gregorian calendar basically means it's a calendar made by Greeks, okay, or using Greeks names and Greeks ideology and ways to see the world. All right. So the Gregorian calendar is a specific perspective, okay, and the new age free age calendar is just what it is, and the Gregorian calendar is what it is plus what somebody thinks about it. So in reality it is not what it is, it's a limited hand me down version of whatever energy is happening in the sky, okay. And then you have certain holidays that people celebrate that is not, they have nothing to do with you or with the energies. It's just whoever created it wanted the people that live under it to celebrate it on that specific day, and it has to do with the energies, but it's not just the energies, it's they are using the energies for their own specific goal, and there is nothing wrong about their goal, only this, it's not your goal. Okay, let's keep moving. So in the Gregorian calendar, in their calendar, on the shadow government's calendar, okay, it is the 14th of the month 9 of the year 2022. They've been doing this for 2000 fucking years. Okay, guys? Okay? Okay? We can do it too. For even longer and even better. Alright? So, that means that today's energies, if you are working in their factories, in their office, if you need to spend a lot of time in the courthouse, on the supermarket because it's a huge line, and you keep listening to their music, and you keep having flunked out conversations about, that can be worse than being in jail, because in jail it depends on what type of jail you are, and that's the purpose of jail, is to keep you away from desires, is to keep you away from flunked out shit so you can focus on yourself. But they took that and also flunked it out, because in my perspective the concept of jail originated when we were living as more as tribal, right? Which what we are coming back to tribal times, but with technology, all right? But back in the day when we have tribes and small towns, all right, you have that guy. He was always drunk, always beating up the shit out of people, And back in the day there was no police. Back in the day there was no law enforcement. The common sense was the law. So if a guy was always drunk, always beating up people, the man, or sometimes the woman, because the woman with their strong vibe can put a flunked out spirit like in woe state, they will take that person away from their desires. They would lock them away in a place where they can drink and they can beat the shit out of people, alright? Until they be like, bro, I'm sorry, I was fucked up. I will not do that anymore, alright? Or somebody keeps fucking up the crops just because it's fun. Somebody keeps putting the crops on fire. Bro, you go away from that desire, alright? But nowadays, we have a more like sophisticated type of jail. Like, oh, you made some document type of shit, jail. Or you were transacting a product that I don't want you to do, jail. Because that's not like you not harming anybody, alright? Or yourself. So there is no reason to go to jail. Any crime that does not literally hurt you or somebody else is not a crime that leads you to jail. Because until then, you still have the time and the opportunity to do it by yourself. And many crimes and many jail sentences, they are not real, okay? As in, they happen, but why they happen, it's not the real reason. Just because it fits whoever is in charge's vision. Okay? Lana Tucci, hi, welcome to the live stream. How you doing over there? Welcome very much. Long time no see. Very happy to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Your support is greatly appreciated. All right? So, in their calendar, on the Gregorian calendar, on the calendar made by Greeks, okay, because in Portuguese, Greek is Grego, Gregorian, Greek, okay, it's the 14th day of the month 9 of the year 2022. So if you spend a lot of time in their offices, in their stores, if you were thinking too much about your bills and about your boss, things like that, you know, today's energies is 20 or 2 plus 0. So it means you are relating with that environment, or you are relating with somebody else out of that environment, but you are relating about their environment and you are adding on to it. Okay, so hold your horses. You shouldn't be relating and ending on to their system no more. It's already 2000 years. All right, so you should communicate, relate. Maybe you have something to take off your chest about your boss was a flunk out, or you as a boss, you can't understand your fucking employees, or they fuck, oh, how fucking dumb they are. Okay, but understand that when you relieved, you don't need to continue anymore. You don't need to add on to it, and that's what the 20 represent. It can represent, in this case, a negative adding on, a negative substance, because first, it's not your system, it's not your business, and second, it's toxic as hell. Third, bro, we have more things to think about, right? Hi, Lana. Hi. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you are having a beautiful Mercury day retro in Libra as well. And on the free age, Freemason, New Age, astrology, correct, whatever, free, with no people's specific thoughts and ideas, just what it is calendar. It's the 22nd degree of the Virgo season of the 6th house of the year 10. All right? And that leads us to the number 11. So that means that you are realizing your uniqueness, or somebody else is realizing your uniqueness, because 11 compounds to 2, 1 plus 1. But when it's compound numbers, it's good to have that starting point of 11, 22, 33, because that represents something bigger on itself. And it's, in this case, the 11 represents you being able to reflect and see your own individuality, or wherever you go, people might not directly see you as an individual, but you can see how you were different, how you brought something new and exciting to that conversation or environment, and you just changing the world. Okay, 11th house, Aquarius, fixed air, the waves changing, right? So if you spend a lot of time in your own mind, in your own values, that's why I said Freemason, because a Mason is somebody that builds, and the Freemason, what does free mean? When you go to the supermarket and there is free samples, you don't pay for it. They have no value. So a Freemason is somebody that builds with no external values. They have their own values, because a Mason, from that lodge or from that organization or whatever, they build with somebody else's values in mind. So they ain't shit. All right? So if you spend a lot of time in your own individuality, in your own projects, being yourself, showing the world that the best way to be is your goddamn self, you can see, the universe will show you, bro, you being an individual. Let's go. Take a cookie. Take a candy. Like when my cat does some cool things, or my cat does what I want it to do, I give it some treats, right? It's just like that. It's just like that. All right? 11, you know, it's also very powerful to do that 11-11 spell, because you're bringing things into a shape and form. Here, you can also manifest some unique relationships and some unique conversations, or people might be talking about you because you are unique, changing, rebelling, and opposing. All right? And we can get started with the Mercury retrograde in Libra reading right now. All right? So, let's start with the astro reading. Mercury in retrograde in Libra. This means that past moments, past energies, and past opportunities. Hold on. Ooh. Fucking air sign, always have air in my stomach. Past moments, past energies, and past opportunities are coming back to our minds via new, creative, and fresh thoughts, ideas, communications, relationships, analysis, and valuing systems, because it is in Libra after all. But it will not be so personal, it will not be so important, and we will not be holding on as much to those valuing systems as Taurus do. It's just a reference. It's just maybe to relate. It's just to have something to talk about. It's not really, really what you want to manifest in this life, you know? So, this can mean that you can be on a new relationship with a new person, but still committing the same old mistakes. Or you were already on a good relationship, but some insecurities or some past moments where you or your past partner fucked up might come up to your awareness, and you just can't stop thinking about it. You're always creating new thoughts and new ideas about it, and then you want to communicate about it, and you want to make something happen in the relationship about it. Be careful with that. If you know Mercury is in retrograde in Libra, you know, okay, this is just some fucking shit coming back from the past that I gotta create a new way to think about that, but not caring about it. It's like, okay, I will create a new way to not think about it. Okay? It's not creating a new way to think about it and maintain it on your space. No, you create a new way to detach from it, because Libra is the 7th house, 7 separation, okay? Because 7 in Latin is septe or septimum, separation, all right? Scepter, you use the scepter, okay? It's a straight stick to separate the waters, to think and analyze your feelings and emotions, to make things straight, to make shit straight. Now all that shit starts with an S, okay? But that has nothing to do with this video right now, all right? So Mercury in Libra, Mercury retrograde in Libra, okay? You might be creating new relationships backed and supported on old insecurities and old flunked out shit, all right? Or you just, on the positive side, this is always the positive side of retrogrades, but we already spoke about that on yesterday's live stream, is old opportunities that you didn't take, or you take on a non-sufficient manner, can coming back up, and it's a good time to take them, or to just create a new way to think, where you able to do it instead of not being able to do it as you were thinking on the last time they came around, all right? So let's get started with a quick astro analysis. Mercury retrograde in Libra. We already said how it was about the sun. We already said how it was about the moon. Mercury retrograde in Libra, trining Mars in Gemini. So we have an opportunity to burn, transform, and move on about past moments, past relationships, and past valuing systems by being very passionate and motivated in sharing, associating, and opening up our minds, ideas, thoughts, and analyzing systems. Mercury retro in Libra, opposing Jupiter retro in Aries. Past moments, past mindsets, or past light, creative, fresh mindsets that cannot understand past, new, fresh visions, feelings, and imaginations, or just great balance in those areas. Mercury retro in Libra, trining Saturn retro in Aquarius, a gift to feel assured, a gift to think in a more unique and individual way, a gift to build and construct a powerful mind state by reminding and redigging your gems out of past moments where you were unique and individual, or re-establishing new limits and boundaries or new insecurities because you are bringing back up to the surface past moments where you wanted to be individual and you were limited and boundary, or the universe was asking you to be unique and individual, but you were afraid and you stepped down and you were just relatable and gullible. Mercury retrograde in Libra, misunderstanding Uranus retro in Taurus, being too excited or too light about past moments where the world and you changed, where your values and how you get security and stability changed, and you are it was so cool on that time, it was okay that time, and it might be not, it might be more deep than you actually realize it was, or the present situation might not have nothing to do with the past situation. All right, Mercury in Libra retrograde, misunderstanding Neptune in Pisces retrograde, creating new ways to think and communicate about past dreams and illusions that really don't make sense, creating new ways to communicate about the wrong past dreams, the wrong past spiritual systems, and the wrong past nightmares. All right, and Mercury in retro in Libra, squaring Pluto retro in Capricorn, learning how to create new thoughts that make us feel lighter and makes us see a responsible use for past moments where we created new ways to feel stable and secure out of trauma, out of necessity, or out of our desire to change the fucking world. In this case, transform, because shit goes deeper. Alright? And let's start with the tarot reading, shall we? So let's start with good old Aries. Alright. So if you have Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, or Aries Mars, you are opposing this Mercury in Libra retrograde. So you might not be smart or light enough to deal with those past energies, moments, opportunities, people, places, and things that are coming up in new and fresh thoughts and ideas. You might be one to fight them too much. You might be wanting to kill them too much. You might be wanting to burn and express them too much without thinking, communicating, and actually taking them as an opportunity to balance, especially because it's coming from Libra, right? So if you can be a bit more logical, a bit more patient, and a bit more open to the ones that are close to you, you can actually share and create bridges that helps you create a better future by thinking and communicating in new ways about your past. And keep in mind, many things are in retrograde, so Mercury in Libra retrograde is actually giving us a hand on staying focused on the future, on bringing fresh air to this old, dusty, old pussy smelling retrograde energy, alright? Because it is Libra, it is cardinal, so it's creating something fresh, alright? So, Aries, you have 8 of Cups, alright? So you might not be wanting to create new thoughts and ideas, you might be wanting to stay fixed and spending a lot of time in the same feelings and the same emotions, in the same dreams, in the same connections, and in the same relationships. And you might need to create new relationships to keep up with the past currents that are coming up to your life. And we also have 7 of Cups telling you, yes, it's time to separate from old feelings, from old emotions, from old relationships, or from old spiritual goals or understandings that you had. It's time to separate from them so you can have fresher air, fresh ideas, and a clear mind state. Because you, Aries, you have a huge cloud in front of your face. Alright? And you need to create something that fans the cloud away, but you don't want to. You are taking that too personally. You are kind of feeling attacked by it. That's why you prefer to stay stuck in the mud instead of detaching from the mud. Keep that in mind. All right? Ooh, come on, air, come on. Let's go, Taurus, Taurus Sun. Hold on. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, Taurus Venus, and Scorpio Sun. Because Taurus is ruled by the Earth, and your Earth sign is the sign opposing your Sun sign. So Sun sign Scorpios, you have Earth sign Taurus. So this reading is also for you. You are misunderstanding this Mercury retro in Libra. So you are misunderstanding the new or the fucking fly, the resurging new thoughts and new ideas, or you are misunderstanding the necessity to create new thoughts and ideas about your past relationships, thoughts and ideas. And you have the 5 of Wands, okay? Here, through these misunderstandings, you have the opportunity to connect more to your spirituality, to your creativity, to your faith, to your belief, to your imagination, and you can connect to your self-expression. So that doesn't really matter, the expression. What matters is the light, the fire, and the values that is very important for you as a Taurus that you are expressing about. So that's actually good. Because, as I usually say, all retrogrades are very good for fixed signs. Because a retrograde makes something go slower, with more curves, going through a longer time, or just brings back things from the past, or just makes everybody else kind of looking for a more safe and well built structure. And we have many people out there that they gather attention and a lot of money with some fresh or shadow government type of thing, but they didn't build on it. It was given to them, or they stumbled upon it, okay? And the fixed signs, they usually take longer to reach that position, but either they create that position for themselves, or once they reach it, nobody can take it from them because they know all the ins and outs. And the retrograde allows you to do that, to know all the ins and outs of the situation that you went through. And sometimes we have those situations where, oh, everything happens so fast, and retrogrades are perfect to reflect. And maybe you had some lessons, you had some gems on your past experiences that you didn't realize at the moment, and with the retrogrades you can realize them. That's actually very cool. Let's go Geminis. Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising, and Gemini Mercury. You guys are trining Mercury Libra in retrograde, and your guys are ruled by Mercury. So this is a good trine for you guys because it brings a bit more initiative. It brings a bit more of sassiness and fire to you, Gemini. Sometimes you way more gullible than Libras. You just don't show that because you don't initiate shit. You just take whatever is already going on. But now with this retrograde, you can also show others or feel like, or others can feel from you an extra sense of building and consistency that you don't usually carry. So this Mercury in Libra retrograde is very balancing for you, Geminis, because it's bringing you two things that you usually don't have. The fire, the start, the sassiness, and that cardinal signs share, and the consistency, the build, and the strength and trust that the fixed signs have. So I think in regard to air signs, Gemini is here receiving the best gifts, all right? But reversed Queen of Cups, you are receiving, bro. You Geminis always fucked up on this, bro. You always fucked up. You always fuck up when it's time to go back and deal with emotions, deal with feelings, accepting spirituality. All Geminis I know, but one Gemini female, they hate astrology, but they always bringing that up in their day-to-day life. Oh, bro, I couldn't, like, I have this friend, he has Gemini Sun and Gemini Moon. And we were talking on a Cancer Moon. And he was like, bro, in these few nights, I haven't slept shit. I'm just thinking too much. And I'm like, bro, the moon is exactly going through your sun and moon. Or it was. And he was like, I don't want to know about it. But him himself, he was asking me, or he was asking the universe to be presented with that more deep, esoterical shit. But Gemini is always running away from that shit, and that's so annoying. Look, you have great emotional support, but you don't want it. You feel weird. You can't understand it. You feel it's like somebody trying to be better than you or whatever, you know? But this is coming from the retrograde, okay? This is coming from the past, from people that wanted to build with you, or they wanted to build with somebody like you in the past, and now they are seeing you as a good example, okay? But you don't want it. You feel weird about it because it's great emotional support. And Geminis, you always warning for that, but when the times come, there is no commitment, or you guys don't have enough trust in yourself, and you fuck it up with your mental insecurities. But I'm just telling you, you have great emotional support coming from this Mercury in retrograde in Libra. So take this gift, and this is a fucking gift. But you misunderstanding it. You're not seeing it as a gift, you're seeing it as a curse. Get your shit straight, Geminis. Let's go Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Risings. You guys are squaring Mercury retro in Libra, so you need to learn how to create a new, lighter, fresher way to think and communicate about the past. Because you guys, it's all about the past and connection. You create new past moments, or you create new memorable moments that will become the past, right? But right now, you need to learn how to detach from the past, how to be lighter about it, okay? Not to be so comfortable and touchy with it. Yeah, reversed Princess of Cups, okay? So this learning lesson is giving you the ability, the opportunity to learn how to develop a new internal way to deal with your feelings and emotions that will give you, from yourself to yourself, great emotional support. Because this is the Princess of Cups, and the princess grows into a queen. So the Queen of Cups means receiving great emotional support. The Princess of Cups means that you are creating an internal way to deal with feelings, emotions, dreams, illusions, and spirituality, that if you do it well enough, it will result in receiving great emotional support, because princesses grows into queens if they don't die, or if they don't marry that other's prince country from Arabia or something, and you never see it again. If you let your mind take this feeling away from you, okay? But it's reversed. You don't want to take this learning process, okay? You don't want to learn how to be lighter. You don't want to learn how to detach. You don't want to learn how to move faster through your past relationships, thoughts, and ideas. But if you do, you can learn how to create great emotional support for yourself, or for the ones that you really, really love. So it's your choice, Cancers. Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and Leo Rising. You are sextiling Mercury retro in Libra. You have the opportunity to create new thoughts and ideas about the past. All right? And you have reversed Air of Cups. All right? So you are being too light. You are like celebrating too much. You are like trusting too much the old moments where you were the center of attention, or where you got things going on in your favor with your individuality, or just by the validation of others, and you created a real stable, a real soft and comfortable emotional space, okay? And you are now instead of creating new ways to move forward, you are creating new thoughts and ideas to reaffirm that space instead of moving on and creating a new space. All right, but it's normal because it's so much retrograde energy. It's easy for us to get stuck in the past. Okay, but you have the opportunity. Okay, you don't need to go ahead and start cleaning the house, okay, your past, esoterically speaking, okay, but you might get stuck in an emotional loop if you don't do it, and then you don't move on with your life because you still think you the shit, and yet you still the shit because you a Leo, you always the shit, but you just need to show it in a fresher way, okay? But right now you need to show that you were the shit because you can, because you still are the shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go Virgos. Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Mercury. You are fatal attracting Mercury retro in Libra, so you are taking a more light, a more fresh, and a more distant perspective and approach to your past moments in general. Alright? That's beneficial for you, Libras. That's beneficial for you. Yep, Cardinal Earth, King of Pentacles. So you are creating new limits and boundaries. You are creating new ways to feel and be and get safe, secure, and structured in your life. And you can give it that ability that you are creating, those new ways to think, those new ways to go about your life, those new ways to get shit together and straight. You can give that as great physical support. Alright? So just make sure that whatever is coming back from your past to your present life, make sure that they deserve and they can not support, but they can work with you or for you. Don't give your great support and you end up working for them. Alright? Let's go Libras. Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, and Libra Venus, and Libra Saturn. You guys are the ones coming back up to others' lives. You guys are the ones that people now thinking and communicating about because they're remembering something, alright? Reversed Nine of Cups. So you are feeling emotionally exalted, emotionally excited. You are elevating how good you feel about yourself, about your circumstances, and about your connections. But people, you might be trying to connect with you again, or you might be feeling so good because of some past shit, because of something that it's not here anymore, it's just in the memory. Or you have the opportunity to connect with your past, to relearn and to heal something from your past, but it's too emotional and it's too spiritual for your air ass head, so you're not accepting it and you're not seeing that as an opportunity to elevate. Just like Geminis had a gift to receive great emotional support, but they don't want it. And Libras, you have the opportunity to elevate your emotional business, your internal world, and you don't want it, or you feel weird about it, or you already feel all height, mighty, super connective, super spiritual, just because Mercury is in your sign and in retrograde. But it's more connected to the other side. It's more like it's bringing back shit from the past that you, as being a Libra, you can create a new thought, a new idea, a new relationship, and a new communication in order to light it up, in order to transform it and heal from it, but it's too emotional, it's too weird, it feels weird and you don't want it, okay? Keep that in mind. Let's go Scorpios. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio rising, Scorpio Mars, and Scorpio Pluto. You guys fatal attracting Mercury retro in Libra. So you're also creating alright, because Mercury in Libra retrograde fatal attracting you, Scorpios, it's making you think and communicate in a lighter way about your best moments and about your internal realm. Now it's easier for you to communicate and to show and express your internal realm, and you can create a real deep, you can create a real meaningful and spiritual relationship. Or it's just easier for you to talk about your deep spiritual experiences. Okay? Let's go Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sag Sun. Alright? You guys have the world, Saturn, flipping on your ass. Okay? Because you Sagittarius, like Geminis, you always running away. Geminis run away from feelings, you run away from reality. And Saturn is reality. What you were building. It's like you were building a house and Saturn is like you concluding the project and seeing what you have done. And you Sagittarius hate to do that because you almost never present. You're almost never there when people building the house. Okay? So it's weird for you to then realize it is some bullshit. Alright? But it was a flip. So the world or how you have been building and constructing, whatever you have been accumulating, now can come to your realization because there is so many things in retrograde, so many conclusions from the past is reaching your awareness, and it can totally perturb how good you are feeling. Okay, maybe you have a relationship right now, you're being fucked up very very good, but you realize that, hey, I'm just committing the same mistake that I did in my past relationships, and you don't want to accept that, you know. And bro, I've met some Sagittarius personally that it's tough for them. Okay, they think they're happy until me, the fucking Aquarius, comes up and shows some reality, and they start running away, and it's just like, bro, I'm just here being myself, talking about some real shit, and you're just running away. Go to church, go to dick, go to pussy, always. Because in my personal life, the Sagittarius that I knew, they're always running away to those desires, always. Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's smoke and drinking, but it was always about sex. God damn it. And then they say the Scorpios weirds. Then they say Libra's only thing about relationships. Have you met a flunked Sag? Have you met a oh bro, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad because everybody but them realize they're being used just for that. Or it's even worse because they also realize that. Right? That's even worse. God damn it. I'm glad I'm not a flunked out Sagittarius. So, Sag Sun, Sag Moon, Sag Rising, Sag Jupiters, you guys are sextiling this Mercury retro in Libra. So you have an opportunity to remember or to create new ways to think and communicate about your spirituality. But maybe you are remembering it, or you had some spirituality, you had some testimony, you had some creativity that you couldn't communicate clearly and in a way that made sense in the past, and now you are like, hey, I can do this now. And it's reversed fixed fire reversed Queen of Wands. So you have great spiritual support, you have great imaginative, creative, spiritual, and just to help you feel good, to help feel excited and good about yourself, support coming in your way, but it is requiring you to be unique, individual, to have faith and believe in yourself. And Sages and Geminis are the ones that, in my personal experience, they are always the ones that lack this the most. Fixed fire. Okay? Always. It never fails. It never fails. Alright? It's that mutability, it's that Jupiter, it's that Mercury, I know, but you think that coming into the past in order to realize that you are unique and individual, it's weird, or you can't do it, because it happens more with Sages. They think they can't do shit. It happens so many times. Sages, Geminis, they don't want, or they feel it's weird, or they have that sense of pride. They have that weird sense of pride. But Sages, they genuinely think they can't do shit. Alright? That's why they always fall into religion and cults, because they need that mental crutch, right? But that's why you might miss this great spiritual support, because you don't see yourself as individual, you don't see yourself as unique, and that's exactly, infinitely, what this Mercury in Libra retro is telling you. This is making you go into the past so you can create new ways to think and communicate about the past, so you can realize your creativity, your passion, your imagination, your frustration, your angriness, your spirituality, your ability to express and bring people together around all those things that I just said. You just gotta believe in yourself. You just gotta use your individuality to make this shit clear and in your favor. Alright, Sages, you can do it. You can do it, bro. It's just like Geminis accept what others think about them. Sages accept every feeling and vision that they and others create about them. Alright? And I don't know, maybe because it's fire, it's the first energy, it lacks accumulation, it lacks proof, it lacks consistency. So you guys just accept it. I don't know why, but Sages always think they can do shit, bro. It's weird because you guys attract so much people. You guys always remind me the orange dragon, or the orange dragon from Arcturus, or the golden orange dragon, where you guys you be kind of silly, but you are the lifesavers of many people. All right, you be silly, you be open, you be actually very communicative, sometimes more than the air signs, and you make people excited, you make people connect their excitements, you make people around you talking about some cool shit, and then you don't see yourself as the thing that you are doing, which is fucking weird. But that's not for me to care about, because the only thing I got in Sag is my fucking Pluto, right? Go get some sugar. Go get some sugar and some gas. Let's go, Capricorns. Capricorn Sun. The density level of my fluids is changing. And the nose, the gnosis, the genesis, alright? The nose always gets fucked up when you sick, because the nose is where you first identify and define the density level of the fluids in your body. Because the nose is also very sensitive to the temperature outside, to the levels of carbon dioxide, to the levels of oxygen, to the level, okay? Through the furs in your nose, you detect temperature, you detect dirt, you detect how hot and warm it is. Sorry, y'all. So then after that, the gnosis implies it's the first So your nose is the first part to react to the environment. So it is based on the calculations and on the data that your nose collects that then you change all the density fluids. And sometimes the fluid on your nose change in density, but it does not match your body. So it needs to come out as in snot. You know? That makes a lot of sense actually. So Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, Capricorn Mars, and Saturn's, you guys squaring Mercury retro in Libra. So you need to learn, or you are learning how to go back into the past, and instead of dwelling and accepting and getting comfortable and bringing shit from the past, okay? You need to learn how to detach from it, create a lighter, fresher, and more sophisticated way to think and communicate about your past. Bro, this card, when I was shuffling, this card was almost coming out. And I said no, and then it still came out. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Earth, no, Earth, reversed Earth. Okay, so you are in your element, you are very fulfilled, you have everything you need, but you flunk. Alright? The Earth, the M, it is like a and world in Portuguese is mundo. And M, it's a reversed W, world, mundo. So you, instead of you being the seed that eats from the world and then sprouts, you are being pressured by the world. You feel under the world. You feel like the world is fucking you up because you are not creating that light way to think and communicate about your past. But hold on, because all this retro energy is actually good for you. All right? You in your element. Caps, you are in your element. All right? And you have a lot of physical representations because Earth is connected to the past. And all of these retrograde energies is giving you that comfort and kind of slow tone down of things that you like to deal with. Yes, you are a cardinal sign. Yes, you create new things, but many times you created the new things because you experienced for some time. You're not like Aries or Libras. You just create shit like that. You're a bit more like Cancers. You still take some time, or the things that you create need some time to show if it works or not. Alright? But right now you are creating too much bullshit. You are, instead of creating limits and boundaries that protect you, you are creating limits and boundaries that block you. Instead of creating limits and boundaries that help you direct and rationalize your energy, you are creating limits and boundaries that drain your energy. Okay? No, because you are not letting go. You don't want to let shit go. You don't want to separate. You don't want to say bye-bye to the things that you need to say bye-bye. But you are in your element. You just need to get a bit lighter. You just need to accept that. And this shit will come straight. Because in the end of the day, you're a fucking Capricorn. You're here for the business. You're here for the status. You're here for the expansion. In the higher octave, at least, of Caps. Alright? So you can't carry all the world's weight on your fucking back. But and that's why Capricorn moons attract so many fuck responsibilities. Because if you accept the world, because you are ruled by Saturn, and you're not like Aquarius, which is the masculine side of Saturn. So we use Saturn to go and attack, to show stuff. No, you receive Saturn. You receive the world. You receive accumulation. So if you accept it, you will receive responsibilities. Because you create the space for that. You create the infrastructure. You create the sense and the logical for that. So if you accept it, alright, things will just fall on your lap. And that's actually a very powerful manifestation tool. But Capricorns, many times, you are just accepting what the world already is instead of creating a new world for yourself. All right, and you need to learn from Aquarius, and Aquarius needs to learn from you. Aquarius really needs to learn how to accept reality sometimes. You don't need to fight the fucking world, you just need to change it. You know, it's very different, Aquariuses. And you Caps, you need to learn how to not accept the world. You need to learn how to, in this case, fight the world. Okay? Because the world doesn't give a fuck about you. You might feel connected more than others to the world and to responsibility and to keep shit together, but the shit that you keep together doesn't give a shit about you. Okay? Let's go Aquariuses. Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, Aquarius Saturn, and Aquarius Uranus. You are trining Mercury retro in Libra. So you have a gift to feel more comfortable and to build or to realize that you were building and accept that you were building on a more relatable and light way. Because because I have an Aquarius stellium, we need to be more relatable. Because yes, we have all those unique ideas, but if we don't create a group, or if we can't share it, or if we share it in such a toxic way that others can't accept it, because I'm telling you this right now, 99% of people know Aquarius smart. 99% of people know Aquarius are powerful. 99% of people know Aquarius is doing the right shit. But also, 99% of the people just don't want to give that to the Aquarius. 99% of people don't want to say to the Aquarius, you right, because you fucking asshole, you know? But I'm gonna tell you right now, fucking world, 19% of the times that you think we being assholes, we're not being assholes. We're just being real. We're just stating facts. Because we, at least in my perspective, I've been so many times accused of ill thinking, of trying to joke with people where I was not. And I understand that whoever was accusing me of that, they were in that space, more emotional, more worrying about their image, more worrying about what others think. They were on a more insecure space, and I wasn't. Okay, because I don't even think of. That's why we say those weird things, because we don't think they're weird. You think they're weird. You know what I'm saying? So in the end of the day, Aquarius is always winning in that aspect, because it's weird to you. I didn't thought you weird. You thought you weird. So when I say your jacket is cool, or when I ask where you bought that jacket, you be like, oh, you think it's weird? And I'm like, no, it's cool. Or you just saying that for me to feel better? And now suddenly we are on a mission to fix somebody's fucking feelings that we never even were connected with. We were just asking for the fucking jacket, bro. Where you got that jacket? It's a fucking cool jacket. I want that jacket. One example I like to use is many times I will ask the time, what the time it is, and people will be like, you saying I'm late? Are you saying I'm not responsible? And I'm like, whoa, that was fast. I just want, things like that. Like, we are not even thinking about insulting you. We are not even thinking about that what you do is weird. You think, that's why you think we're weird. That's why you don't want to say we're right, because you think we're trying to be better than you. No, we're just trying to make sure everything is alright, planned and real. Okay? And we might attack the Leos sometime. We might attack the Libras sometime because they get attention and we don't, because they lead you to lostness and we don't, because they be all flunked out in the open and we don't, but we want attention as well. Okay? Maybe we want more attention than what you think, and we're only trying to make you realize something because we want you to realize how smart we are. Or we just want a partner that is at our level, and we're not going to baby talk people, because if we baby talk people, we don't know who is at our level or not. Alright? So, many times, Aquarius are just being fucking misunderstanding because of the high emotional density that most people in this fucking world is right now. And shout out to all of the pilot man, because yesterday he had this live titled "People in the World Are at Child State," or they're at boy and girl state. And me and Daria, we constantly say that to each other. Bro, the grown-ups are so fucking childish. And Aquarius is very adult. You should have seen the size of my head when I was little. It was just like this. Okay? So, Aquarius, we don't grow up as Aquarius. Our body does. Okay? And it's actually a great lesson, because many people think Aquarius are childish. No, we are childlike. And there is no adult. The concept of adult is an illusion. Okay? Tell me, now you're 18 and you're an adult. What changed? Being an adult is a legal term. It's not real. It's a legal term. Or you an adult because you pay all the bills. Or you an adult because you are at work at time. Or you an adult because you help somebody financially. No. Many people, most adults that I know from my age to old ass age, they're childish. Alright? They got some circumstances together, but they don't have their own business. They have no power. They don't know what they're doing. Their mind controls them. Their desires controls them. They have certain desires. They have certain places that they want to go, but they don't do those desires, or they don't go to those certain places because they are afraid of what others might think. Come on, are you calling yourself an adult? Are you calling yourself grown up, but you don't know what the fuck is going on in the world? You don't realize how unfair taxation system is? You don't realize how your mother that you're so attached to is fucking up your life? You don't realize that you're just running around after dick and pussy is ruining your fucking life? You don't realize that getting high with your friends, as in information, drugs, alcohol, validation, or whatever, is ruining your fucking life? Can you imagine yourself in 10 years? Because I've been doing that since I was born. Always imagining myself. Always, So you can't call yourself a grown-up just because you pay the bills. A really grown-up person is a person that you can go outside, and by looking at the world, you know what the fuck is going on. Like when I go outside, I know that people are not being themselves. I know people are being blocked by being themselves. I know sometimes I need to fight the world in order to be themselves, to be myself. Alright? And that's fucking weird. When I was like 13, 14 years old, I was smoking outside and was like, why people work so much just to get a fucking car? Just to get a fucking house? Why people work so much if in the end of the day, when they go old, they spend all their money of medicine? With 14, 15 years old. Alright? And I have people my age and older, they have been working for 40 years and they still don't get their next step stepped. They still not realized that they have been living the same life over and over again. How can you call yourself a grown-up if you don't realize your desires are controlling you? How you are a grown-up if you are still in victim mentality? How can you call yourself a grown-up if you take no responsibility? over your fucking circumstances. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm fucking saying. Right? I got people my age calling me childish because I'm making my own business. Because I know that it's possible to live without paying bills or paying a minimum amount of bills. And I'm doing that already. And they still call me childish. They still think I don't know what I'm doing. But every time we talk, they be like, oh, I'm tired of my fucking job. Or they're like, how you been doing? And be like, working. And I can feel the sadness. I can feel the boredom. I can feel the weight. And you tell me I'm childish? Come on, bro. Bro, please call me. Mark a personal consultation with me. It's $50. If you're working, you can spend $50 on some mental training. All right, I got you. But you really got to learn to, like, I'm not joking with you. I'm being honest. I'm really saying to you, so you can change, or you can at least realize you childish. If you think you are a grown up just because you pay the bills and you go to work at the right time, bro, you did that at school. You went to class at the right time and you get the right grades. You still doing what you did as a child. You still doing what you did as a fucking child. How is you not childish? How is you not childish then? Right? Bro, but every time I reach fucking Aquarius and Pisces time, we go crazy over here. We just start talking. And let me be clear. There is, because many people, by being childish, they gonna think, I think, there is something wrong with having a work or a job and pay. No, bitch, I pay the bills as well, like, right? I make money as well, okay? So many people think that I'm against them. No. I'm not against how you live your life. I'm against how you see how I live my life. Or I'm against as you thinking that you are something that you are not. I'm against as you thinking that I am something that I am not. I'm against you thinking down on me when I'm actually above you, and I never told you that. I never throw to your face how I'm better than you. I'm more spiritual than you. Never. Every time we come around, you, not you specifically, but the type of people you are, because as I said, this comes from people my age to 40, 50, 60 years old. I've experienced it from every corner of society. But I never openly criticized their living style. I only said, bro, that you can do something more. You can do something more. You are doing this, but you can add on to this. And that's what they never fucking do. They never add on to it. They just tear it down. What I do. They just talk shit about it. They never say, oh, you can do this, or you can do that. It's like, you do this. And I always present a solution. And this already is representing the different states we are in. You childish, you victimizing, and you just talk shit. I'm at least presenting a solution. It might not be the right one. I'm not saying I have the solution. It's just representing the space where I'm coming from. It's representing that I want to add on to your situation. I want you to go and fly on esoteric cloud, so you have a higher, more wider and wiser perspective about your own circumstances. And then out of your childish space, you oppose me because you feel insecure, because you feel weird, because you feel attacked. And let me tell you, Very rare. You know when an Aquarius is attacking you. You know why? Because he's emotional now. I'm telling you, an Aquarius can go really emotional. An Aquarius can really kill you with words, bro. You you'll never be the same anymore. At least for a month or two, after the Aquarius got a really good rant on you. Yes, an Aries might roast you real good as well. But it's way lighter. It's way like you change for the best. An Aquarius can fucking traumatize you. I'm telling you. An Aquarius can brand you for a whole. And you can even. Every time you come back to that thought that Aquarius criticized, you go away real quick. You know why? Because I've done that to myself. Goddamn. But you understand my point? My, my final point, clear point, is you are not grown up just because you pay bills and you got the house or whatever. No. No. You are a grown up when you know what's going on around you and you have some power and influence. You have responsibility and discernment. Okay? Mr. is saying facts, and people know that the aqua will not change its mind. Oh, you better believe it. Good old Dolo the Pilot, man. You better believe it. And Aquarius will not change the fucking mind. It will change your mind. Alright? But right now it's different because before the Aquarius was trying to help. So that will be a change. Now the Aquarius is fucking mad. Now it's transformation. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Alright? And now I just remembered for all my Portuguese folks out there, there is a great young musician called Loner Johnny, and he has this music called Devias, which translates in English to you should, or you should do, or you should change, because then the song says stop bitching about your wounds. You should change. I know that you don't want, but you should change. All right? And many people, my age, young, they already don't want to change. God damn it. Like, if I look at a 60, 50-year-old person that worked for 40 years in the same fucking factory, at least I understand. At least I'm like, bro, okay, it's hard for you to change. But when I see a person my age, okay, and they are already struggling with change, I'm like, bro, come on. If you are like this right now, how are you gonna be when you're 40? When you're 60? If you're already struggling with change, right? And then I'm always changing. And in my personal life, to many people, I was and I'm still am a beacon of change. Wherever they hate it, wherever they love it, I'm a beacon of change. And that's the difference, the small and perhaps the unique difference between Aquarius and Leo. It is the Leo must be liked, must be valued, must be related. But the Aquarius, no. Whatever the Aquarius is doing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if people like it. It doesn't matter if people hate it. Just because you changing, just because you rebelling, it's already putting things into action. Get used to change, baby. Real shit. Real shit. And you know you are a child when you can't, or you struggle, or you just refuse change. And to finish this topic, it's not bad to be childlike. because you are literally a child that grows. So you start as a child. You never stop being a child. Because what a child is the most, it's the closest representation to what the spirit is. Curious, fast, changeable, wants to learn, wants to try new things. He's not afraid of the fire. He's not afraid of the electric socket. He's not afraid of the dog. He's not afraid of the rain. And then you go look at an adult. They're afraid of change. They don't want to learn something new. They feel that new things are weird. They are working in the same place for a long time. They don't invest. Literally in crypto, in stocks, they don't invest, right? Literally and esoterically. Because yes, then you have people that do that for a living, but they do that for a living. It's different, you know. So you can see the difference. You're not childlike anymore. You're childish. It's different, all right? You are not a child. You are acting like a child. Do you understand? This is deep. This is real deep. You are not a child. You are acting like a child, and you should be more like a child. Especially if you're still my age, god damn it. And you already, like, take it from me. I was super scientific. I needed to learn growing up to be more emotional, to be more in touch with my desires. So I'm telling you, it is better to be more childlike. It is better to be more creative and dreamy, because life has no value when you're always trying to act like a grown-up. Because you're always growing. You can't think you are a grown-up right now because you're always growing. But we're on this topic for too much. Fuck it. Ish is acting for real. True. Because when you say that suffix ish, it means kinda like it, right? For example, when we play Pokemon Unite, and you have that character, it can take a few hits, but it's not really a tank, you say it's tankish. Or it's bulkish. So it's kinda, but it's not. So when you are childish, you are not a child, but you are acting like a child. Got it? Okay, let's go, Aquarius. We have a gift: Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, Aquarius Saturn, and Aquarius Uranus. We have a gift to discover past moments where we related our uniqueness and individuality, and it was good. Or you can bring more consistency and sureness and individuality to past moments where you were too gullible and you sold yourself short. And sometimes it happens because Aquarius is still air, okay? Aquarius is the most relatable fixed sign. So sometimes we go with the flow and we open up and we be relatable, but we always regret it. If you are a real Aquarius, you will always regret the fucking time you sold yourself. Always. Sometimes you get the money, sometimes you get the bitch, sometimes you get the validation, but when you are alone, it never pays off. I'm telling you. It's so fucking annoying. And then it comes to a situation, it's like, bro, I'm myself, I get a loan, I don't get the money, I don't get the bitch, I don't get the friends. Fine. If I'm not myself, I get the friends, I get the bitches, I get the money, I get the validation, but it doesn't feel good. So, bro, if I'm myself, I don't got shit. If I want myself, I got shit, but it doesn't feel like shit. You know? Then you realize that the people, places, and things that you were around were not thinking and communicating as unique as you were. And that was the whole problem. That was the whole solution. So the card for Aquarius is reversed Cancer, reversed Chariot. Polnarefu. Baka. So, Aquariuses, we have a gift to create new feelings, new emotions, new spiritual systems, new senses of comfort, sensibility, and privacy, but we are misunderstanding it. And this was such a clear connection because the retrograde is bringing that. The Mercury in Libra is bringing that air trine, thinking, communicating, speaking, sharing stuff, but the retrograde is bringing that more past, more private, more cloudy, darky, murkish vibe. Okay, so I know that this reversing comes from you trying to share, show, and communicate or think too much about those new senses of on the other day I had a dream about one of my Cancer friends. That makes sense. Because we have Cancer, the Chariot, and the feeling of it was playful. It was like kind of weird but playful. All right, so it is good, at least for me as a personal Aquarius, as a unique individual with an Aquarius sun. At least for me, I can see this as positive because I know that we need that Cancer vibe. I know that we need to create more senses of comfortability, security, and deep spiritual connections. All right, but we might be misunderstanding. We might think, we might feel this, but it's just an association. Or we think it's just an association and there is the opportunity to go deep and create a real relationship, okay? But just take things slow for an Aquarius. Don't be afraid or don't feel fucking air signs. All air signs got reversed water cards. Gemini reversed Queen of Cups, Libras reversed Nine of Cups, and Aquarius reversed Cancer, the Chariot. All air signs got reversed water cards. Beautiful connection. Okay, all air signs, it's not, emotions and feelings are not weird. If there was no emotion, no feeling, no desire, you wouldn't be here because your parents wouldn't be fucking. Okay? So in a way, water is how we got here. So you couldn't be a air ass, you couldn't be a fan air Aquarius ass added blown up in the sky if your parents wasn't fucking, if your parents weren't attracted and connected to each other. So don't be hating, don't be feeling weird about the same thing that brought you here. End of conversation. Let's go. Lastly but not least, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising, and Pisces Neptune, and Pisces Jupiter. You guys misunderstanding the new thoughts and the new ideas or the new ways to think and communicate about the past relationships or just past in general that you guys are creating right now. 2 cards. I want to finish this soon, Pisces. You're giving me 2 cards. 2 cards coming from Pisces. It's going to be a whole live stream. Okay, 8 of Cups. Emotional stability, emotional reassurance, and emotional consistency with great intellectual, communicative, relationship-wise support. Okay? So, first, internally, as a Pisces Sun, rising, Moon, Neptune, and Jupiter, because of all the retrograde energy, you're gonna feel more sturdy, you're gonna feel more comfortable, you're gonna feel more connected, and you're gonna feel, you and others gonna feel like you are building on something. And that's great for Pisces, okay? Because if others are already more willingly to accept what the Pisces have, that's better for the world, because many times Pisces have the right idea, they just don't know how to communicate. They just don't know how to find a real example to share with you. But if you are already more inclined to listen and accept what the Pisces have to say, it's easier for you to help the Pisces giving you the message. I know, you not only you listen to them, you also need to help them giving you the message. But it's the best for you, because there is no better message, there is no better juice, there is no better gem from the than from the Pisces. Alright? So if people feel that you are more consistent, and if people can feel that you are building more upon certain stuff, they can feel easier to receive your message. And then it comes the ability for you to give great intellectual support, because all of this retro energy is very Pisces-like. It's a lot of past moments in different areas and times of our life are now communicating with each other and coming to our awareness at different and at the same time. Alright? So you as a Pisces, you already know how to deal with many things at the same time that can and cannot be seen, right? So you, Pisces, right now, you have the ability to help others deal with a lot of those past feelings, emotions, and circumstances. Also, many relationships or business partners might come up in everybody's life right now, and you, as a Pisces, also is the one that knows how to deal better with toxic relationships that seem to never end. So you can be the great mental support, but you might be misunderstanding what others and yourself going through, because we are analyzing and seeing that in a more mental perspective. And you might be too dreamy, and you might be too illusional, delusional, spiritual when communicating. That's what I'm saying. You might be doing the right thing, but communicating in a weird way, or you are activating certain emotions and feelings that will perturb that person's way to communicate with themselves about that past circumstance. But if you are connected and seeing that point straight in between you and that other person, because this can be also, you can give this great emotional, great mental support to yourself, but you right now can help others get above the waters. You now can help others make sense and capitalize on the Mercury retro in Libra. Just make sure you don't misunderstand your relationships, and you give your great mental support to esoteric bum, and it takes all your esoteric money away from you. Alright? And that's it. That's all for today, guys. It was a great live stream. I enjoyed very, very much being here with you all. And until the next time, I hope you are the best version of yourself, and I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility. Till the next time, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, surfing out. See you soon.